So in this video, guys, we're going to look at a rub concept that has a really nice route combination to be able to get open down the sidelines against man coverage and a huge gain.
All right, guys, we got this. Let's go gun white trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready? Hey.
So before we jump in the video, guys, give me about 30 seconds to let you know that we are bringing Clef the God as our next game plan to be dropped on Friday. He's bringing us his bunch offense that's made him one of the top players in the world over the last several years, and it's something in which he held back nothing. He gave us all his setups that he's been able to do last year, the year before, and this year as he's played, I think he's played like 60 games. He's only lost 3 games in MUT right now. Just absolutely dominating the streets with this offense, and it's something that I worked really hard with him to make sure that we had the ability not only to be next gen content, but also it's going to apply to old gen when it comes to Xbox One and PS4. Really important that we wanted to make sure that this content was going to be as usable for as many people as possible. So you're going to be really loving that. If you like my content and you like, what we're going to bring with Clefs, make sure that you go ahead and sub before September 1st. We got a nice special going on that you're going to get the benefits of our tier 2 for our tier 1 pricing. Just make sure that you sub before September 1st and you're going to be grandfathered in. All you got to do is sub at the standard rate, and we take everything else for you as long as you are subbed. So we got all that out of the way, guys. Want to make sure that it's exciting news. Wanted to get to you. I know this is a YouTube video, but some people are definitely looking to find content next year for game plans, and we want to make sure that this is the spot for you, right? So let's go ahead and look at this play, and it's going to be a rub concept. It comes out of the Gun Trips Halfback Week, and it's out of the Bucks and Bills playbooks that I know of. And what it is basically the ability for this B receiver to do this inside release post, but he's going to often go ahead and hit the cornerback that is inside of him and allowing this RB to kind of get up the field and beat the safety to the sidelines, right? And I really like this for a man, cover 2 man type look, because a lot of people are starting to do that, especially with the ability to not really rely on zones yet. And this RB route is really good. So let's go take a look. And what you're going to see here is that this guy is just going to be able to get on that sidelines and get a really nice gain. Sometimes you're going to be able to, go and rack it for a touchdown. Sometimes it's just simply getting that 30-40 yard gain. But let's look at it, right? It's going to be this simple. Number 18 is going to get in the way of number 27, and he's going to do a rub on his shoulder. See how he hits that rub? With that spot, it basically almost makes this guy, see how he kind of, look at his left hand, it's kind of like he's trying to regain himself, and then he tries to go back. It's not enough of an opportunity because of the speed and the way it works that you're going to be able to get up. This is a very, this concept's used a lot in the NFL, especially in compressed sets against man coverage, because what you're trying to do is you're just trying to create a path for the cornerback that's not clean, right? If you have people, doing, like, that's what a mesh concept is. A lot of times you're trying to run it underneath the other players so that the players have to, change their path. And this one, what you're going to see is basically that there. Now, it's not 100%, and I'd love to say that this works every single time, but it works the good majority of the time to where this is going to be something that you can rely on if somebody's playing cover 2 man. It's as simple as that. And what I like about it is if somebody's trying to play like a curl flat over here with the safety, you're going to blow by them, right? So like sometimes people are, they're going to leave the over the top for themselves. Just they're not expecting anything to go over the top. You can see here, here's the rub, right? And then if that guy's in a curl flat, that means that guy's going to blow by him. I'll show you basically what I'm talking about there. So if somebody's doing something like this where they're putting the LB in a curl flat and maybe putting the Y on an inside third, they're changing their coverage to make sure that they're taking away corner routes or taking away anything that may break to the outside that man might get beat. What you're going to see again is that this guy's going to be able to blow by him, and that's really where you're going to get that one play score. So that's where I look at this play and say this is where it's the most beneficial. Bucks, great playbook. Bills, actually a really good playbook this year. 2 things that you want to kind of look at. Now, I would love to be able to tell you that this works in Xbox One and PS4. I've tried it. It's not as consistent. It has worked, but it's not as consistent. It's still a great man-baiting play with the B route and the X route. You're going to see if I just look at that in this regard, this X route does a really good job of getting open. So I'm not saying that it can't be used. it's just not going to work the same just because it looks like the movement, the B is just a little bit faster in the older gens, that this just doesn't work the same. But definitely know that this is going to work very, very consistent for you. See, that time we didn't get the actual spot that we wanted, and we're just going to check down. So that's your options. This is a video that is going to work really good cover 2 man, any type of cover 1 press, anything like that. In which you're going to get those players that are trying to stop you with that. Even with the 1 step ahead on that player, it's not going to help because he's getting, basically chucked off of his route to cover him. And by the time 1 step or anything would kick in, you're going to be able to get around him. So kind of a nice play if you see that meta of a man comes a little bit more, which I'm expecting somewhat, a lot of people running more man until the zones are 100% fixed. But that's kind of where we're at right now. So thank you guys for this video. Check out our website if you guys are interested in that pricing. Like I said, Clef stuff's going to come out Friday. Real excited about it. And we're looking to do weekly releases, for our game plan here to start the year. So the following Friday and the following Friday, we've got a really big lineup coming up. And, Clef is the first one. Want to make sure once, we have already got all the content and shooting it and all that stuff, that we were able to announce that. So appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on the next video.